Hey everyone, I go by Valley Sims. I do a lot of Sims 4 and Dreamlight Valley content here on my channel. So if you share the same interests as I do, I think you would enjoy some of the videos that I make and maybe want to check those out. I really appreciate it and I hope you like them. But today we are doing another shared interest of mine, which is Harry Potter. We're doing a Harry Potter kind of build. I'm doing tiny homes for each of the Hogwarts houses, so Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw. Today we are starting with Hufflepuff, which is a really cool house, but I will be honest, my tiny homes are never really tiny, so as you can see, and I already took the liberty of making the exterior of each house, because I just really want to focus on the interior today. But I will show each one of them right now. I will kind of probably start, I think, with Gryffindor. Now for the Gryffindor house, I was really inspired kind of by like the spiral staircase. Not necessarily because that's a part of Gryffindor, but I know to get into their common room, they kind of have to go with the portraits and the fat lady and mutter their password and stuff. So I kind of want to do something like that and obviously go with their color scheme and everything. So I hope I did it justice. I did decide to give Gryffindor and Slytherin since they are rivals the biggest homes out of the bunch. So here is Slytherin. Slytherin is actually my house when I took the quiz, so I am a Slytherin, which is great because I love the color green, I guess. Don't like snakes, but I like the color green. So here's the one I did. I really wanted to make it a little bit darker, I guess you'd say, even though I think Slytherins give a little bad rep. I do not think all of them turn into villains. Right here is the Ravenclaw house. This one I had a lot of fun with. I really wanted to make it whimsical and light and elegant. I even added some telescopes because I think astronomy is definitely their thing. Wanted to pay a note to the astronomy tower, and that's why also I added kind of, I guess, towers on the side of this house, and I just had a lot of fun. Added some birds at the top too. Now over here is the Hufflepuff house, which is really cute. I love anything like a cottage theme, so I tried to go for a cottage core. Added some animals on the side too and some plants because they're all about that life, and I had a lot of fun making this one as well. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you this too. I did not make this at all. I found this on the gallery, but it's like the Hogwarts Express. Whoever made this was a genius. I could never pull this off. And I wanted to just add this as a little node, I guess. But yeah, so here it is. I do think I want to add more landscaping later on, but we can go ahead and go into the Hufflepuff house and start with our interior. Okay, so before we start, my goal for each home is to include 2 dormitories, one for the boys and one for the girls. I also obviously want to do a kitchen, bathroom. I want to do a living space, like a common room area, and then a study rooms kind of thing. So that's my goal. I went ahead and did our layout for our Hufflepuff house already. So I'm thinking that big room right here, we can do the living room, and then I have a kitchen and dining room over here. Now, I went ahead and put some counters down already just to map things out, but I think I might keep them because they're kind of perfect. The yellow, I definitely want to go with the yellow like scheme. And then upstairs, I think we could do our study room right here, and then a bathroom and this tower. And then over here we have the boy and girl dormitories. I obviously am going to give the girls the bigger one because why not? But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and start with our kitchen. Now, I do think I'm going to keep this counters. I like the kind of cottage charm it gives. Obviously it's from Cottage Living, and then the color is just perfect, so I think I'm going to keep those. For fridges, we actually have a lot to choose from. There's a lot of different yellow ones, and then there's some that look a little bit more like vintage, which is really cool, kind of the vibe I'm going for as well. So let's take a look. I think that one's going to be a little bit too modern for my liking, but it's not a bad choice. And then this one might be a little bit too pale of a yellow. It's not really matching the countertops that well. Ooh, you know what we can do? We can actually do like a wood tone. I think that one is actually perfect. That's from Cottage Living as well. So let's go ahead and do that one then. Okay, now that we added our fridge, we do need a stove. So I'm thinking this one from Cottage Living, more in like the yellow tone, and we can place that right next to the fridge. I think would be a good spot. Because I don't know about you, but I really want to keep the other side open for a sink. And I think we can do the matching sink right here, and I can probably add like a window. I love adding a sink by a window. I don't know why. I think it looks so good. And then for cabinets, I think we can just use these ones from Horse Ranch. They're not exactly the same brown, but I think it could pass. If anything, we can just do like the woodsy tones and stuff, which is totally fine. So I think an oven hood would also be a nice touch. I'm just gonna go with this matching one from Cottage Living, tuck it underneath the cabinets. And I also mentioned I wanted to do a window by this sink, so I'm gonna use these ones from Realm of Magic. I've been using these on the outside of the house anyway, but it's not really symmetrical with the cabinets, so I think I'm just gonna kind of cover it up a little bit, even though it makes me sad, because I love stained glass windows, but we're just gonna do that. And then let's add a trash can. I usually use this one from Get Together. I really like the colors it comes with, and I want to bring more of that green in here because I plan on adding a lot more foliage. So we'll add a green trash can for now and shrink it down so our Sims can kind of get through the door. And yeah, so this is what we have. For the dining table, I know I want to do something small and round. I really like this one from Cottage Living. I think Cottage Living is going to make a huge appearance today in this build, specifically for Hufflepuff. But I think I'll go with this one. And then for the chairs, I'm thinking of the ones from Realm of Magic. Yes, these ones. These ones are great, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't like the different types of yellows so close together. So let's maybe change the swatch. Maybe we can do something with like the woodland creatures like this, and it has a little bit of green in it. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, let's just go with this one. Okay, guys. Kitchen reveal. I really like how this turned out. It's so cute. It's so stinking cute. I went ahead and put some clutter and then a lot of greenery and plants and just everything. I think it turned out darling. Some pictures. I wanted to add like some frog pictures and a bunny pictures, adorable with the statue. Went ahead and there was that awkward corner where I didn't know what to do, so I just shoved a plant in there. Shoved a plant. I also like adding lamps in my kitchens. I don't know why, but the fox lamp was just perfect. So let's go into our living room. I'm gonna figure out what kind of furniture. So it took me a very long time to figure out what type of furniture, because the yellow couches and chairs in this game are either extremely yellow, where it like almost makes you nauseous. I'm not trying to be mean. That's how it makes me feel. Or they're too modern, and that's not something what I'm like going for. So I decided to use the ones from Realm of Magic. These ones I think are good. Like it kind of gives a creamy color, so it's a little hint of yellow, not necessarily. But again, I always wanted to go with like the really wood tones in this build, so I think this will do. For the coffee table, I'm going to use this TV stand because it's the only one that kind of fits and that I like. So we're going to do that. I also found this from Horse Ranch, and I forgot we had it. And I thought it would be so stinking cute to put on this back wall. Maybe shrink it down just a little bit. There we go. That is adorable. Are you kidding me? We could put some bookshelves in here, make it kind of look built in. It's not really built in, and it's covered up a window, but it's fine. It's totally fine. I think it looks fantastic. I want to clutter up a little bit. I just wanted to show you this little mushroom guy from the, oh gosh, Life or Death kit. Yeah, that's what it was. And then we can also make it a little bit more cozy. I definitely feel like Hufflepuff's just more cozy. And I really like how this living room turned out. I really, really do. Or common space. I like how it has a charm to it. I even added some like spell cabinets and everything to make it really look like this is a Hufflepuff common space. So I really like how it turned out. I think I like the kitchen just a little bit more, but this will do, I think. I think it will do. Let me know what you guys think. We're gonna go up this ladder, and I kind of added some furniture up here because I felt like maybe I'd use it for later. But for the girls' room, I thought we'd start. I really like these beds from Realm of Magic. Kind of going off of that yellowy tone. I know it's more beige, but you know. And then end table we can put here in the middle. We'll just do the matching one, make it easy. It's very whimsical anyway. Wardrobe, we can do this one from Horse Ranch. I think that looks great. And then the windows are a little off place in this room, which is totally fine because the exterior looks pretty good. So I'm happy with the exterior. I don't want to move the windows, but maybe we can add some type of mirror or like maybe a table, an end table over there. I do want to add some seating in here, so I think the egg chairs would be pretty cool. I like the colors with it. It has the beige. I mean, it works. And then let's add this end table. I like the skinnier one just because it's better for moving around, but I do need to adjust this mirror a little bit now that I'm thinking about it. There we go. Looks good. Let's see. I think we can go ahead and clutter up the space and add wallpaper. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here's what I did. I added the wallpaper, obviously from like Cottage Living, just some wood flooring, not too much. I really like how the clutter kind of came through in this one. I again added more greenery, things that I think would belong in a Hufflepuff dorm room. So I think it looks good. For the boys, I kind of already did the wallpaper because I was already browsing through it. So I thought this one would be good. We can maybe add this over here as the dresser. But I don't know if they'd be able to get into the bedrooms like that. Maybe we should do something else. I don't know. You know what? We'll find that out later. That right now, not my problem. Not my problem. We'll add a mirror. Looks good. Let's add some chairs. I think these beanbag chairs would be pretty cool. I think they're very boyish, so we can add those over here in the corner. I also really like this mushroom stool, and maybe we can leave it there. I think I might, I don't know if I want to do more rearranging or not, but I think we'll just keep it. I think we'll just keep it how it is right now. If I come back and it's all rearranged, I will let you know. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to rearrange some stuff because I want to add more stuff and I need to fill something up here. But I think that dresser there is going to be too hard for the Sims to get into the bed, so I'm just going to leave that here, and then I'm going to put this end table right between the two beds. And then for the flooring, I just kind of want to match the bedding, so we'll do like that dark brown, add some lighting, we'll add some plants and clutter up the space a little bit. So I'll fast forward this part a little bit and meet you at the end. with this rug being the last touch, we're done with our boy dormitory, which is really cool. And then over here, I'm just going to come up with something really quick. This is like the study room. I want to add some desks and some bookshelves. I also found this picture on the gallery. It's like the Hufflepuff emblem, or I'm not too sure what you call it, but I definitely want to do something with that. And then we can add maybe some bookshelves over here. I'm just gonna do this really quick and come back and show you everything with it cluttered, all of that. So give me one moment. Okay, so this is what I came up with. We added some desks and I really like them, the little tiny desks. I added obviously the flooring, I added some mirrors and some more plants and lighting. I think it turned out really cool. I framed up that picture that I found on the gallery because the black, even though Hufflepuff does have yellow and black and that's their colors, I just wanted to be a little bit more vintage or whatever, but I think it turned out cute. And then this is our bathroom. I just knocked that out really quick because it's, I don't know, it's nothing really special, but it does its job. But with that, we are done with our Hufflepuff house, which I think turned out really adorable. I also added this like flower arranging table. I thought maybe they'd find that enjoyable, hopefully. So that would be cool. Again, I'm gonna add more like landscaping and everything at like the very end. Not of this video, but like when we're done with all the houses, because I don't know, I just got really excited and wanted to build the interiors already, so we'll definitely get to that. But other than that, I really enjoyed how this house turned out. It's maybe not a tiny home, but it's I don't know, it's something, I guess. But yeah, I think it was, made me be more creative in ways, and I really enjoyed doing it. So I really hope you would like it if you're a Hufflepuff. My boyfriend is actually a Hufflepuff, and I asked him, like, does this do Hufflepuff justice? And he said yes, but I don't know if he was saying that just to be nice or not, so I don't know. But I really like how it turned out. I'm excited to do the other ones. I think we're gonna go with a Ravenclaw next. I really like the exterior that I kind of came up with for them, so I'm excited to do that. Also, don't pay attention to that wall. Those are just for the gallery pictures I'm going to eventually use for the other houses. But if you really like this video, like it, subscribe. Hope to see you soon.